I lived in California, Los Angeles area for 4 or 5 years, give or take. First time I ever went to Hollywood, which is one of the biggest nightlife scenes in the world, not in America, in the world. Hollywood, California. It gets no bigger. I started going to the clubs and making my way into the biggest lit spots in all of Hollywood. And I noticed something very quickly, being a black man, a black American man from Atlanta, where most of the clubs, when I left, were predominantly all black American clubs. I noticed that the majority of the clubs and the promoters were all ran and orchestrated by Mexicans. By Mexicans. All the hip hop clubs, all the rap clubs, all the rap nights, it's Mexicans standing at the door. Oh no, she good, he good. Now, I don't know who that is. Stand over here. Oh, these right here good. Oh, they literally was gatekeeping the door. Mexicans over our music, black American music. Every single thing that I could hear playing over the speakers coming out of the club was all rap, hip hop music from black American artists. But they had Mexicans guarding the door.
You see, when somebody really wants to run shit, that's why they say certain things like certain racisms and this, that, and the third is systematic. You understand me? Because if you really don't like a people, but you want to control them, all you got to do is be the owner of the building. I can't help but to think about the video yesterday, right? Where some of them so-called black gentlemen was promoting that barbershop that was in a hood that was full of Mexican barbers, right? Back when I was a youngster, a black brother, little kid would never get their hair cut by a Mexican, bro. And it's some of them that got bars now, they didn't learn it, and this, that, and the third, because it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, our people don't want to be hair stylists, or for the women, they don't got that problem, bro. They don't gotta go to no little senorita to get no install, this, that, and the third. Your crown, though, to play with your crown, bro, to let somebody that don't really with you like that, right? Not saying all. We talking about, see, we not talking about the exceptions right now, and we not talking about our allies, bro. No, we talking about the people who don't fuck with us, but try to act like they like us or act like they fuck with us. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's asinine getting your fucking haircut, like, bro. And no disrespect, cause they probably got bars, bro. But it's just principle, and it's just some shit that ain't gonna never be cool. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to spread division and shit like that. It's just how it was. And when I see us going off code, right, doing shit that we ain't never did before, I'm gonna call it out, bro. You know what I mean? But so I guess Mexicans is running Hollywood too, right? And we gonna get into this shit, bro. I appreciate all the support too. In the last videos we did on these matters, it showed me that we are, you know, and I see the sentiment for the people, bro. When we ready to move and mobilize, trust me, bro, I'm gonna be right there in the front.
Mexican be your friend all day long till his sister start liking or his girl start liking. I've been the ego pass down by Mexico. They are not loving toward us. Go to prison. Mexicans hate.
They do. In prison, I keep
man, you go to jail, nigga. You go see Mexicans hate us. They just want to be us.
Like they'll side with the white.
Yeah, over us. Yeah. They don't, Mexicans, brown and black don't ride together against white.
That's crazy.
White and brown ride against black. So nigga, go to California and see how Mexicans really feel. Them real Mexicans. Yeah, these Texas Mexicans ain't real. Ese vaso, no, they Mexican. But leave outside of Texas and you'll see how Puerto Ricans feel, Cuban niggas, they don't rock with us.
Sure.
A white person is more likely to speak to you and embrace you out in public or outside of your normal environment before Mexican or
even
Asian.
Africans and like Nigerians say crazy shit about African Americans.
Yeah. Nobody rock with us but white American, homie.
And that's why the topic come up, right? We not trying to single out specific immigrants because it's, you know, as a whole, they all have the understanding that we don't rock with so-called black people, right? Or, you know, whatever it is, bro. And it's a crazy thing. Like, I seen some shit yesterday that kind of had me like...
Who? As far as? I'm Haitian. Why? Where you from? What's your background? You American? Dirty black American?
Wait, what?
Huh? Huh? What?
Wait, what'd you
American?
say?
Black American? What?
No. Hold on. You said dirty black American.
You heard that? You just asked me what I said. I did.
Why you say that?
Because that's what y'all are.
Y'all must have forgot.
Fucking at this point, walking through feces and all type of shit, gang. These shoes I got on, more than likely gonna have to get thrown away. I'm not sure yet.
See, come from eating mud cakes to straight to America to disrespect them. Yeah, like, you know, it's crazy because I understand it's systematic, and I understand it's propaganda, this, that, and the third, and I understand, you know, certain people, they feel the need to, like, I don't want to be last, so they like use us as like a stepping stool. You feel me? When we the foundation. You know what I'm saying? You disrespect us, and we don't, you know, I hear it's a thing about, they try to make it seem like, oh, Americans, when we come from over here, or like say like if it's an African or a Nigerian or Jamaican or whatever, I've never seen, look, where I come from, we ain't never bullied nobody and was like, oh, they African booty scratchers, or they this or they that. I guess that's probably why I take special offense to when I hear some shit like that. You know, a lot of us, we really inclusive, bro, and we got a lot of love to give, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just we finna give it to ourselves now because we see that y'all been fucking like, it's just, we gonna give it to each other and our allies. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people been disrespecting us, and you trying to rewrite history. You get what I'm saying? That's why I bring up the barbershop yesterday, right? Because they'll say we don't got culture, no values, no this, no that. We finna get into that next. Whole time, the barbershops used to be all black. You know what I'm saying? In the so-called Mexican community, if you carry yourself with a little bit too much swag, what they call it? Acting black. So how the fuck we don't got no culture? You get what I'm saying? And that's just one small aspect of it. We got values and everything. Let's get into this shit, bro.
African Americans in this country are the only groups. They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently there's not an African American culture?
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name two value systems in the African American culture.
Value system?
Yes.
It's the same fucking thing in Africa. If you want to know our value systems, go look in the Bible, goofy.
Name two taboos in the African American culture system. Name two traditions, by the way, in the African American culture system. There is no value for freedom if you don't understand what it is. The concept of free. You have to have a foundation on which it would balance when you ask for it. Civil right, they give it to you. You have no culture. Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking? So anything
but I feel like African American culture has definitely
you say
mainstream.
No, you say the word, the African American culture. What is it? Okay.
You can't go anywhere on this earth without seeing our influence. The problem is, unlike any other black culture on the face of the planet, we have been colonized and monetized for profit by everyone.
You talking about we don't got this, we don't got that. Fucking culture are you looking at? So you telling me the way you dress right now, that's African culture? Or should you have on a fucking dashiki? Shut up.
Like hip hop.
Oh,
not
Jesus
hip hop. I mean, I don't want to.
Look,
yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
I'm not making it up.
Okay,
I feel like
then educate me. You feel. You should know. You were born and raised here.
Yes, but I have a Haitian.
Are you African American?
I'm Haitian American.
That's correct. Do you see why you were being specific with that? Because anybody who encounters you already knows you before. If they know you are Haitian, at least two things comes to their mind.
What is that?
if they've been to Haiti.
The thing about it, we all got one thing in common, and that's the colonizer. So you talking about culture, this, that, and the third, and bruh.
They can look at work ethics and they say, yes, Haitians, I know them. Service industry, they know where they do well. Food, they can say yes. And even language, Creole.
Right.
And they can say, oh, I love Haitians. Because they saw the culture in abstract before before they encountered you. So people go over the bridge of your culture, your tradition, your customs, and that helps them to know how to
address it.
Exactly. I'm saying to you, any people who ask for these things, which are abstract, freedom, for example, independence, for example, and civil rights, for example, voting rights, for example, you must have a foundation on which these things are going to balance. Because the people there have to uniformly agree with consensus. This is our way of life. The do's and the don'ts involved in our culture. Even if you have to create an artificial culture.
So it's, you telling me everybody agree upon the same things in Africa? Everybody in Africa agree that this is wrong and this is right. That's what you telling me. Or is it different tribes in Africa, different groups in Africa, this, that, and the third? Why the fuck are you even so concerned with what we got going in the first place? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You obviously are uneducated. You should have did some research before you speak. You know, it's a funny thing, right? Because you like to, these right here, these are the type of who like to go get an education, right? Which could be considered a indoctrination. You learn in his story and you want to tell me about my fucking culture. Fuck you talking.
Is that why the civil rights movement is considered dead?
It's dead and useless. They got it, but they could not balance it on any foundation.
Bro, see, people love to speak about us, bro, in a manner where it shows their ignorance, right? Because you trying to say we didn't have no foundation when colonization and the erasure of one's culture, right? And the confusion, you act like you know, it's funny that people try to act like so-called black people in the position we are in, right, is our fault. It's something we wanted it to be. You get what I'm saying? When we know history, they're trying to erase and rewrite history. You get what I'm saying? And just because you cling to the colonizer and you know what I'm saying? We know winners write history, so it makes sense. But just because you cling to the colonizer and you misinformed and uneducated about a people don't mean that they don't have this, that, and the third. It's just funny that you're trying to say so-called black people don't have no culture when we are the culture. You know, the center of attention is the culture. You get what I'm saying? And that's so-called black people. You don't see motherfuckers worried about where you from, bro. And what's your culture, your tribe's culture, and this, that, and the third. You don't see everybody worried about that. So it just, that's why I bring up the video in the beginning, right? With the clubs and shit, how people are trying to, you know, infiltrate and then rewrite history only to say, now, so what you saying? Barbershops and the way these fades and just certain things and being, first off, as a people, we don't agree with we all agree that certain things ain't wrong, but we ain't gonna just overly judge you, this, that, and the third, but we all agree that certain things ain't wrong. If you don't know what those is, it's because you ain't so-called black, pussy. Go get the black handbook and figure it out. I'm not here to you that we got, you know what I'm saying? You should be worried about what your values are more is drinking blood and no disrespect, but you got us, nigga. You don't ever disrespect us and think because you think because you educated and you know how to articulate some things that you better than somebody. You're not fucking better than nobody. We have one thing in common, like I say, and that's the colonizer. Don't ever get up, nigga. You think you talking to?
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Ay, I need that cheese like a grater, ho. Don't play me like no cent, cause I never Captain Saber, ho. Yeah, but you can fucking be my waiter, ho.